Een guten Abend. Welcome to a new video in the Rect Show. Well, that's actually almost the real case. I had to close my shorts over here as I felt like the chart was just showing too much strength for a further upwards move, and the actual break above 6.9k back again was a pretty bullish move. Happy that I closed my shorts around 7, around the buy-in. Over the small long, mainly went long on XRP and EOS. We'll get to that later. And, well, that's fine. People are roasting others on Twitter right now. Bulls are roasting bears because the price is moving upwards. I honestly don't really give a fuck what the price is doing or what anybody is saying. In the end, it's about my portfolio and what I'm doing with my trades, and nobody is going to trade for me. So I don't know why everybody wants to show off how large their dick is. Well, what we're seeing today is that the market is showing more strength than I anticipated to see. Well, it's close towards the halving, which is probably a reason. Could we still be seeing like 5k? Yeah, sure, why not? We didn't expect 3.7 in the end. If the economy is still going to see some big problems, which I'm expecting, as the unemployment rate is going to be high and probably even higher, and the coronavirus is still not away, we could still go down. We could still test lower levels, but we could also test higher levels first before we are going down, as the structure is showing that there is still some bullish momentum over here. But it's depending on the daily close today. If we make some nice slow retracements in the coming few days, I'm assuming we might be even going towards 8.4 or 9k, as there is a CME gap over there, which is a narrative for traders. But if we close the daily below 7.4, 7.3.5, 7.4, then I'm assuming this to be one big trap, and then I'm probably even considering any shorts again. So it's nice that we've broken out of this range. Right now I'm waiting to see how it develops for Bitcoin itself, as I just stated. But we can just look at the chart to see how it's moving. What I've been tweeting earlier today is that the moment it reclaims 7.1k, I'm assuming that we're going to see 7.6, 7.8. As you can see, following the plan, reclaiming 7.1, and I will assume we'll be testing 7.6, 7.8. Well, after that, we have seen a reclaim of 7.1, and we immediately went towards the target area in a very fast pace. And now the whole structure has to develop as we are facing resistance. If we can see a normal natural retracement in which you are just going to test the previous levels at 7.3.5, 7.3, which is a weekly level, I'm considering going long and targeting longs towards the 8.4 level, as I'm not expecting the 7.6 zone to be the resistance. I'm expecting 8.4, 8.5 to be the next one, with 8k as a target as well. We might be even looking towards 9.1k. But if this is a one big squeeze, and we're going to see a different structure than this one, this is my bullish scenario in which I'm going to look for longs in 7.350, 7.3 zone, and then I'm targeting 8.49. If this is not the case, we could be seeing one big squeeze and then just turn down, as we've had a few of these areas. In that case, I just don't want, we probably won't see that retest and just make one big move up, including a bearish divergence. Then I'd be rather looking for shorts around the 8k zone or 8.4 zone. So I don't really care which way the market is moving. If it goes up and I get some nice longs, that's fine. If it goes down and I get some nice short opportunities, that's fine as well. But right now we've finally broken the range. The whole structure is in itself pretty fine. We made a new high. We are now consolidating above the resistance. If we keep holding that and maybe make a slight move towards 7.350, bounce back up, I'm assuming that we're going to see a renewed wave upwards going towards the halving. And then you can also see some altcoins starting to rally. If the halving occurs, we should still be considering that there is always a wider rumor cell and news effect through which this could be the halving FOMO, after which we just come down to consolidate before we are heavily breaking out. So it could easily be the case that we're just going to see a rally towards like 9k in the coming weeks towards a downtrend area, and then make another move down before we start a real bull market. I think we are close to a bull market though, but I don't know whether we're going to test the lower levels, which testing lower levels seems natural for the market, in which way that 5k or 5.8 is still one of my scenarios that I'm watching for a potential bottom structure like we've seen over here. Do we get it? I don't know. I'm just trading the charts, but it seems natural if it occurs. So for now, the bullish momentum is through whether we hold here, which is 7473.5. If we hold, then I'm going to search for longs. If we get another push up like we've seen over here, then we're going to see the squeeze, and I'm going to punt any short opportunity at around 8.2k. So right now it's not really a long, it's not really a short, it's just waiting it out until the daily closes and then reevaluate again. But if we go towards altcoins, we can see that, for instance, Stellar has been doing some pretty strong moves. I've also been writing about that in the Cointelegraph article. Broke a pretty nice downtrend and still stuck in the range, but held the support over here, now fighting the upper range area. I'm not expecting this to be broken in one go. I'd more preferably expecting this one to come down, test the lower levels, and then I'm looking for longs. Oh, that's my mouse. In the 687.20 zone to actually target any break further up. If we do get a move again and clear this area around 830, 930, I'm assuming we're going to see a rally to 1400. So also here, right now it's a bit tricky to enter. There's a probable short opportunity for the BTC pair, but I'd preferably wait to see how it unfolds and then just get a long entry in any of the retests of the lower levels. And if you go towards the USDT pair, you can see that it actually flipped the level here for support as well, which is a pretty substantial support right now. Break up, retest around 0.054 cents is a pretty decent entry towards the range high around 8 cents again. So that's actually some good signals. And if you go towards Ripple, it's lagging behind. But there's clear argumentation that it's also at the range low in the BTC pair, and if it holds around 2500, 2550 satoshis, I'm assuming that this one will break back into the range as well, and then you can start trading this a little bit. However, you should be aware of the case that you shouldn't get FOMO. Prices rally upwards, but if we rally upwards, I'm still expecting the price to retest the lower levels later on, in which Bitcoin also consolidates before it starts a new rally. So yeah, that's that. And some altcoins have been showing weakness in this push. That's pretty much the standard approach. If Bitcoin makes a heavy push, altcoins usually are in pain. And if you know that the halving is coming up, the closer we get to the halving, the less you should be having in altcoins, as there is always heavy volatility on BTC coming up. But that's why I'm also not really much interested in Ether. Although if one of these scenarios play out in which it just consolidates like we've seen here, or we get a retest at the weekly support, then I'd be interested in any of these long entries. Which is the same for the USDT pair. If you just range around here, like we have been ranging over here, around the resistance, then I'm assuming that we're going to see a test of at least 220 and maybe 250. So I'm just waiting it out until we see any close of the daily today. But it's a good move. It's a nice move. Is the scenario for downwards momentum out of the books? No, it's still there. There's still bearishness about the economy and the future of our economy, but for now the trend is up. We made a new higher high, and if we close the daily above 7.4, then I'm going to look for longs targeting 8.4 and maybe 9k. And if we get clear top structure on the chart, then I'm going to look for shorts. It's pretty easy. So thank you for that. I'll be back tomorrow as there is heavy volatility, and I'll just be making videos on a daily basis right now. Thank you for watching again, and see you. I'll be back soon.